Welcome to the Pauper Gauntlet, brought to you by MTG or Tickets. Some announcements actually. When I played this, I haven't played for a week. I have spent a week doing fan of history stuff and other things. So this is the first match I'm playing after the update. This is Delver. It has been changed by the submitter Sam. I'll show you the current list. I'm currently having problems with YouTube because I can't write comments some of the time. The comments there's a failure to submit the comment. So if you feel that I'm not commenting as much as I should, please forgive me. Okay, with that said, let's play Delver in round 4 of season 3. Here's the list. Many people have asked me what I feel about losing Cloud of Fairies. Of course the deck gets worse. Oh, Roberto! But I don't feel it gets a lot worse. I could still see this deck being the #1 deck. Though Roberto tends to make decks that destroy Delver. So here we have it. Cloud of Fairies would have been a lot better here. But we will still play. He is playing a Windscarred Crag. That surprises me. Okay, we'll start with the Delver. Maybe F8 wasn't very good because we have Gush. No way to set up the flip of the Delver. But we will just deploy more stuff. Looks like some Kuldotha Mardu thing. Of course, Stormbound Geist is super good against that. Counterspell, yes! Reveal the counterspell. So now counterspell looks to be the best play this turn. Playing the Fairy Miscreant doesn't do a whole lot. And next turn I want to play the Stormbound Geist. But I will halt him 1 turn. What will I counterspell then? I'll counterspell anything that can successfully block the Delver. I will counterspell removal. And that will successfully block the Delver, so I will counterspell it. And now of course he can bolt the Delver, but in that case, so be it. It's actually fairly likely that the Delver dies here. And it does. Though the Stormbound Geist will be problematic. Another Glinthawk. No, a Rebirth. Well, we don't care a whole lot about that. Now we have Daze. So now we really got to turn off the auto yields. There we go. I am not going to gush here. I might gush next turn when I haven't, if I don't get a land drop. So let's see if I get today something. Rebirth Critters hitting me hard. Double Snap doesn't look super efficient here. And I think I need to Daze. Gush, I mean. Well, play the Fairy Miscreant, keep up spell status Sprite. Snapping those creatures feels so wrong. Yeah, I think that's it. Do I block with the Fairy Miscreant? That feels wrong as well. The pressure is fairly minimal here. And of course dazing a big guy. He only has 3 cards. It will be the high score days. There is no reason to spell stat the sprite. Do I want to snap here? I don't think he has too many snap targets, so now I'm suddenly snapping. It might seem random, and if it was, if it seems random, it's probably because it was. Okay, now I'm giving up the spell stat the sprite ability for a ninja. And it's a defenseless ninja at that. Or should I just deploy the spy golem? I think it's spy golem here actually, because he has 3 cards. He hasn't played them, so they are probably removal spells. Wellspring. No Pauper Gauntlet yet. So now I have to give up my ability to counterspell the Pauper Gauntlet. I wish I could counterspell his removal here. Well, doing 5. Keeping everything up seems pretty stupid. But the ninja will just die. So I'll wait another turn. It's not like I am losing more flyers. Defend my attack instead. Now I'm ready to spell stat the sprite, the lightning bolt or something. I can also just look on while Pauper Gauntlet tears me apart here. Oh yes, now things are different, because now I can spell stat the sprite in defense. So now I will ninja the fairy, I think. Wait a minute, that fuels the spell stat the sprite. So I'm actually doing it to the spy golem. Got an extra card, find a ponder, hide behind spell stat the sprites. So I'm spell stat the spriting anything here. That's what I'm doing. So what is he doing? He is giving up. Okay. MarduKitty. -2 snaps. Saving 1 snap seems random. -1 ponder, -1 preordain. I don't like taking them out. -2 days. Well, at least when we're not starting. Otherwise, I think I would prefer days over snap. Take out the deprive. +4 hydroblasts. How much is really red? That seems excessive. +1 exclude. +2 stormbound geist. Well, I like that. But now I have even less land and more expensive cards. And why am I keeping in repeals over... No, repeal is in the sideboard. Okay, it takes a while to get used to this new list. Okay, we should be able to snag one more game from his deck. Okay, now we have the Delver, we have the Exclude, we have the Ponder. I think I can keep this, because we're gonna find plenty of action. So we bring out the Delver, because getting a 3/2 flyer on turn 2 is just so good, it's worth risking it. It will probably die. Otherwise we'll work on setting it up. So of course it dies. Then hopefully he will need to play a thing next turn that he will try to bounce. I want this hand. I think Exclude is the key to victory here. We don't want more land. We're putting the Exclude on top. We're putting the Preordain on top because we can cast it now. We don't want to shuffle. We're casting the Preordain. We are sending the island to the bottom. We are taking the Exclude. And now is his last chance to get under the Exclude cloud, which should wreck him. He could rebirth this. And yes, he does, which is nice for him. And I think I'm using this final snap immediately because I don't want to take 3 damage a turn here. And now we are all Exclude. We have 10 turns to find action. He has 6 cards, we have 5, though we are flooding terribly. Problem is that he doesn't have white. Now we want one of those Stormbound Geist thingies. But he will have a super hard time resolving anything, except then that he can have Hydroblast backup. Of course I draw a land! This is looking tough. Waiting for Roberto to pay costs. There's a Glinthawk. We immediately exclude it. Because he just won't exclude anything. As the card advantage is such a great thing here. Here comes probably a Skyfish or something. Another Glinthawk. That's not good at all. But that is what happens when you flood. We pay only 17 lands. But now we have a Ninja Carrier. Ooh, Spellstutter. That will be an interesting option. Though I much prefer Exclude here. But if he casts something I can Spellstutter, I will be tempted. But he has bolts to defend himself. I think we actually need to block here without having the ninja. So he's gonna 3-for-1 me with the rebirth. I can't get the Wellspring. Because we let the fairy die. I don't think he expects a full set of excludes here. Another rebirth and we can Spellstutter Sprite that. Except that he can now bolt in response, so this will be a problem. And that is probably the game. Because now we have 6 power, I have some stuff. Lands, 1 land, 1 exclude. That's the definition of some stuff. I'm getting tempted by Echoing Truth over Snap here. But I think this game is lost to us. No Power Blasts. Well, he's doing what he does best. Gaining value. Much faster than us. And now we have to play that sad little Ninja of the Deep Hours blocker. And that you never want to do. He still has the Chainish Edict, but he doesn't have 7 life. Oh, 7 mana. Yeah, this will be hard to recover from. I am gonna make some changes in the deck. Think 4 excludes is too bad. I'm gonna take out take out 1 exclude and the snap. I'm gonna bring back days here, I think, when I play first. I'm gonna take out the Hydroblast because he's not that red. Take out the snap. Spell status sprite felt pretty underwhelming. And a Miscreant. Because I think dazing one of his early plays is so good. Because we really need to have the tempo here. Maybe I should just have mulligan in that second duel. I'm still not really... This deck is hard to mulligan with, and it doesn't mulligan that well, not as well as Muldrifter decks. We are playing first. Well, this should work, right? We have the preordain and stuff, we can keep this, but we really need to hit 3 mana here. So I'm probably throwing away stuff that isn't mana. I definitely don't want that. I do want that. Well, now we have a couple of things here. We can daze, we can counterspell, we can Echoing Truth. Oh, not that it's very likely that we get Rebirth yet. He's probably going to play some artifact. And I think I'm going to daze that. Hopefully forcing him to do that kind of thing next turn, so we can now deploy the Stormbound Geist and then try to hide behind Exclude and Counterspell. Because now we have the tempo going for us. Now F6, no, absolutely no need, and we have to force him to think we have days. His ideal play here from our perspective is another artifact and no land. And then we have plenty of counterspells. And the creature protects itself. Stormbound Geist. Not fun to bolt. Waiting for Armedio to... Oh, it's a duress. Well, that hurts. I think duress is pretty bad against Delver. Maybe it's better now without Cloud of Airs. But I could easily have a hand of all creatures. I would probably have played one on turn 2 though, so... And of course, if you have the duress... He takes out the counterspell and not the exclude. He doesn't fear exclude as much as I do. So he did not miss his land drop. We can play the Delver and try to hide behind spell status sprite, but on the other hand, it would be super sweet with exclude, and he needs to do something. He can not play... I missed the land drop. Does the Delver do enough? Hide behind exclude or not? This is not easy. I think I need to play the Delver, but I'm not sure. Please comment 2140, play the Delver or hide behind exclude. It's a prism. Nothing we can do about that. We can do plenty about this next card if he didn't find the land. And he found the land, but not one that came into play untapped. So we are now protected by the counter cloud. We don't want to reveal the ninja. However, do we want to play the ninja? I think we need to start drawing cards here. But that is giving up all counterspell capability. He could cast a Siege Rhino guy. And of course he can bolt the ninja here. We desperately need the card. So what do we do? It's hopeless for the ninja. We're hiding behind the counterspells. And next turn we either find a land or a source or a spell so we can get more lands. We are perfectly fine playing off 3 lands. We are going to rely on exclude. I will not spell status sprite on my own turn. Wellspring is perfectly fine. We will just Echoing Truth at the end of turn if he plays a Rebirth, or even ignore it. Because spell status sprite just doesn't work here. I think I will just Echoing Truth here. Will he bolt it? He will bolt the Delver. Okay, oh, fine. So now we have free reign with the ninja. But we will still wait. Getting Stormbound Geist into hand seems bad. Maybe I'm too conservative here. So how about spell status spriting that? Forces him to use a removal on a spell status sprite. Good old Chris Weaver rule. Spell stutter sprite, anything you can ever spell stutter. But he will push it through with the bolt. But, oh, why that one? Seems bad. So now I have the perfect ninja target. Mr. Gurmagangler. Well, that's that's a difficulty. Yeah. Maybe that was why I kept the snap in, but that's just one card. I'm gonna use this ninja on the spell stutter sprite. But I could very well be eliminated here. And I really need to find another land, which I do not. Well, we are ahead. We are doing 4 damage a turn, though it's very likely he can deal with the ninja, of course. Here's a Skyfisher. Given that we don't have 4 Cloud Affairs, maybe you should have gone to 18 lands. I like 18 lands in this deck quite a bit. And now we are quite in a bad position. So what do we do here? So there's not much we can do. We have been out-tempoed. Taking 5 another turn sucks. Double spell stutter sucks. Counterspelling this sucks. Giving up the exclude. But he has the tempo here, and we don't. We probably need to amass 5 power on the ground, and that's not easy. Maybe we need to play a spell set sprite here. I don't see a way we can get 5 power on the ground without it. And it will enable the next spell stat sprite, but we are probably looking at the Delver elimination here. This deck, MarduKitty, is built to defeat Delver, so it's not that unlikely. I am unused to the matchup, but I would hate to see Delver go immediately here. We have a Galvanic Blast. That's of course fantastic. Unless he has another one. He does have 5 cards, so he probably has another bolt. Yes. So our dream of creatures is gone, and we're stuck with counter spells, and I'm starting to question the massive amount of excludes in our deck. Still can't block the Gurmagangler, and that will be our undoing. Only 3 power on the board. So we'll have to take another swing. So this combination of Gurmagangler and Skyfisher just neutralizes us extremely efficiently. And maybe I gave up the counter spells too easy, but being stuck on 2 mana and not being able to do anything wasn't really working out. I will start champ blocking next turn. I haven't checked how the deck is doing in the dailies yet. So if you know anything about how Delver is doing now, please let me know. I am posting this almost immediately. So now we got the Hydroblast and Exclude, and it's champ block for 2 turns and then die. Spellstutter Sprite steps up to the task. High score for exclude. And then what? Another spy golem doesn't help us at all. And it's not like I can draw a third one next turn. Maybe I should have attacked the Stormbound Geist into the Skyfish just to get the 3/3 and be able to punch through in the air. Not sure. Because I have really no outs from this except Echoing Truth. And now he's just doing a number on me. That is the end of Delver. And Hydroblast just doesn't do very much in this matchup because he only has the 8 blasts. And that's not central. I think I want Hydroblast when I have at least a full set. I want 12 targets. And now it's pretty hard not to die. Well, at least the excludes are countering the Bleak Cavern Vampires, but they are not the problem. Gurmagangler is the problem. And this is the end of Delver, my friends. I would suggest you don't vote it back, but you are free to vote for any deck you want. The vote back begins on February 7th. Thank you for watching.